Hello, Bitcoin 2022. How's it going? My name is Graham Krizik. I'm a founder and CEO of Voltage. I started Voltage trying to provide services to make Lightning Network easier to use. There's obviously, for anyone that has interacted with it, it operates very differently than on-chain Bitcoin, and that inherently creates some issues that need to be solved. And so that's really the premise of why I started Voltage. Today we are going to be announcing 2 new products because this week has been really boring. There's been no announcements at all. So we figured we need to up that and do 2 of them. With that, I'll get right into it. Really the thing that we, like I said, Voltage is trying to solve is making Lightning Network easy to use. And so this really comes from needing modern tools for the Lightning Network. Today, this manifests itself through Voltage of doing node hosting, providing infrastructure services for people that are wanting to incorporate the Lightning Network into whatever they're doing. But that is only a single piece of the greater problems that exist in the Lightning Network. When you think about channels and the on-chain fees and doing things efficiently, and it's very complex. And so we need to really modernize what's happening in Lightning so we can really push adoption forward. I think that's been the biggest hurdle to adoption is the complexity that comes with it. So problem number 1, what is going on inside of your node? For anyone that is running a node or any kind of serious operator out there, it's very hard to get the good insights that you really need to make informed decisions. It is really hard to figure out what is happening now, what happened yesterday, what happened the day before that. It's getting increasingly hard. There's more payments. We're not going to be decreasing the volume that's going through the network. It's only going to increase. So with that, thinking about the existing tools, we have things like, there's a lot of open source tools that semi-solve this, like Thunder Hub, Ride the Lightning. There's a lot of open source tools that do a little bit of work in this area. But they fall short in a few ways. These are the main ways of complexity. And on top of already having to run your node and operate all of that, you also have to operate all of these other tools beside it and maintain those, make sure they're up to date, they're not crashing your node from querying it too much or something like that. And Lightning is changing. It is, there's new things happening all the time. It's hard to stay up to date with all of those things. It's additional maintenance. You have to maintain not only your node, you have to maintain this other piece of software. It's just more of a burden on your team to keep up with the security, the updates, all of this stuff. And then there's additional cost. You have this additional sunk cost of running this stuff, and then you also have to hire more engineers to maintain this stuff. And so it's just piling on of the complexities that come along with the already complex thing of running a node. Operating a node has been hard to find out what is happening, how do I do things efficiently, all of that stuff. So until today. So our first announcement is Surge. It's a new product that is a Lightning Network observability platform. It is a tool specifically designed to solve this problem around what is happening in your node now, yesterday, the day before, alerting you on when is something wrong, when is something going wrong. How do you know if your channel to one of your critical peers got force closed? How do you know if your node stops syncing to the chain? That's all going to be possible now. So Surge is really, the premise is know your node. Know what's going on inside of it now and over time. It helps people operate nodes more efficiently, both for fee structures as well as decreasing that DevOps time that I was mentioning earlier. And then you can also really hone in on getting a new view of the network around what are your peers doing, who are good peers, who are bad peers. Instead of looking at an RPC endpoint that tells you in point in time, this is what's happening right now, you can see what was this peer doing 10 minutes ago. Was it offline? Every time a peer disconnects from you, it's hours of potential failed payments. This is a problem. And so with that, this is it's showing some information. The screenshot didn't come out very well. But it's a whole dashboard. You can see everything that you need for your node. And it's all in just a simple interface where it's very plug and play. You install this daemon beside your node, and then you're able to visualize everything that you need in a time series way. That's the critical piece, is everything is time series based. You're able to see really what's all of your channels, your balances, everything that's happening, both live streaming HTLCs, so you can exactly see in a point in time what is happening, how are these things progressing. Additionally, seeing your peers, and like I said, of when did this peer go down last, what is happening when you're not watching it. Then additionally, viewing your transactions. One of the biggest problems in Lightning is people store all of their data on their node, and that's a problem. That makes your node slow. It makes it unreliable. It makes restarts really, really hard. And then additionally, alerting. So there's not really a great way to do alerting right now, and so this comes just pre-built into the package to do alerting on whatever it is that you need to be alerted on. Force closes, channel syncing, all of this, or chain syncing, all of this stuff will be built right in, and it's just configurable. Just with the turn of a button, you can turn these things on. Additionally, logs. Seeing what's happening in your node from the log standpoint. Logging RPC calls, so you know what macaroon is doing what, so you can get the insights into security compliance. That's another big hole in the network is around compliance. It's a very difficult thing to do. And so this really changes everything for node operators. You're able to really get a full view of what's happening in your node with zero work. You don't have to hire engineers to do this. You just literally install this thing, and it's there. So this really brings up the solutions of time series, viewing things, what's going on over time. Incredibly easy. You can save lots of money by not having to maintain your own infrastructure, set all this up yourself, pay engineers. It really simplifies and modernizes observability on the Lightning Network. So this is coming this summer, and it will be released later this summer. So problem number 2, how do we make Lightning easy and scalable? This is like the whole premise on why we started Voltage. And so for this one, it's really there's a lot of complexity out there, right? Around channels, efficiencies. It's a brand new network. The way that you operate on Lightning is very different than on chain, and that really trips people up. It's sunk cost into hosting all of this stuff, maintaining it. There's still more problems to solve outside of just node hosting. So we're releasing the next generation of Lightning on Voltage. So we intentionally didn't give this a new name because it's really us reinventing ourselves, reinventing what we are doing and how are we solving problems for the network. And so with this, it's a Lightning as a service platform that is really next generation. It is the most powerful platform out there that comes with incredibly scalable nodes, meaning that you can spin up as many as you want. You can have robust APIs to have all the complexities or simplicities that you want in your application. It has extensive developer tools and so much more. We're really aiming to solve the problems of not only the infrastructure piece, but all of these other things that come with it after the fact. So it's a fully managed platform. LSP services, you don't have to worry about channels anymore. We'll do that for you. Incredibly scalable nodes. You can create one node for yourself. You can create 1 million nodes for your customers. You can do whatever you want in terms of number of nodes or how you run them. Insights and data that you can't see without adding on a bunch of these other services. More reliable payments, and that's a big piece. Is payment success is a problem on the network right now, and so really optimizing for increased reliability of payments. It's made specifically for developers, so very simple API. Plug it, just plugging in developer modules. So LNURL or the e-commerce solutions. All of these things can be just turned on in the dashboard. It'll come with logs, webhooks. Additionally, load balancing. So you can have connect multiple nodes into a project. And so if one node fails a payment, you can just try it on another node. So it increases that payment reliability significantly by distributing how you're doing these payments. Remote keys and remote nodes. So you'll be able to host your node on Voltage and run the keys yourself, run your keys on Voltage, run your node at home and connect it into this platform. However you want to structure how you use this, the possibility is there. So like I said, you have the concept of projects and you can connect any number of nodes into a project, and you can see all of the things that you need to see about your project. How is it performing? How are my payments going? Do I need to enable LNURL? Do I need to disable webhooks? All of this stuff is there in an easy-to-use dashboard. Connecting as many backends as you want, wherever they are, so you can really optimize for the highest reliability, so you can ensure that you are doing the best for your customers. And additionally, ideal pricing. So instead of having the flat cost of a hosting fee, you just pay for what you use. You use strictly on-demand pricing of really only paying for what are you doing on this solution. So this changes everything for the Lightning Network. And I'm running out of time because this is too much to pack into 10 minutes. But you can. This is coming later this year, and you can check it out on our website today. Just go to voltage.cloud. And sign up for our waitlist, and you can be on the beta to start testing it out. This really is bringing modern tools to Lightning, so we can really start driving the adoption, not only from what we've done for the last year plus, but really push this into everyday life. This enables so many more possibilities to let people that don't know. So you don't have to know everything about Bitcoin and Lightning to use this. It's aimed at everyone, and so we're really going to push the adoption of the Lightning Network forward by leveraging tools like this. So that's it. Thank you. Come check us out at our booth later. We'd love to talk.